The winner of the game show, the condition of the country, is France! Well done, France! As your prize for victory, this is the condition of your country. Poverty! This is horrible. I sure hope it doesn't cause a revolution for the next 10 years that kills over 90,000 people. Take a look at some of your other prizes, France. 33 wars since 1600, and the crop failure of 1788. But that's not all. You also received this cool wall calendar with freezing temperatures from November to March, a hailstorm in July, and a drought with a 40% decrease in crops. All of those wonderful prizes led to a lack of food for the peasants. But there's something that must be understood about the French population in 1788. France was made up of 3 estates. The Roman Catholic clergy was less than 1% of the population, while the nobility came in slightly higher at 2%. Together, these 2 estates made all the decisions for France. Meanwhile, the peasants were a shocking 97% of the population and had no voice in the French monarchy. And with very little food, the people were ready to revolt. Fearing an uprising, King Louis decided to call a meeting of all 3 estates. Hey King Louis, the 3rd estate is currently paying almost all the taxes. Could the other 2 estates pay taxes instead? Let's have a completely fair vote about the matter. All opposed? All in favor? Well, it looks like 2 estates voted no, and 1 voted yes. So we will not pay extra taxes. Yeah, we're gonna form our own National Assembly. This Assembly of the People was formed to advocate for the needs of the commoners. However, it also furthered the division between the 3rd estate and the other 2, and this division would only grow larger. Wow, with the French people so angry, I sure am glad we're in the Bastille, the most secure prison in France. The commoners will never come here. They're right behind me, aren't they? On July 14th, 1789, the French Revolution began, with a 700-person mob storming the Bastille, freeing the prisoners, and killing the soldiers inside. But this was just a sign of the bloodshed to come. A month later, the National Assembly passed the August Decrees, effectively removing all the power of King Louis. While the revolution had begun, the majority of the assembly was still in favor of a monarchy, but that quickly faded. The August Decrees abolished tithes to the Catholic Church. On November 2nd, 1789, the National Assembly took all property from the church, including all convents and monasteries. A few years later, on September 22nd, 1792, the National Assembly, now called the National Convention, abolished the monarchy and founded the First French Republic. But wait, if there's no monarchy, what happens to the king? Hello, Louis. We must be going. Chip chop, my friend. No, really. Chip chop. Dang, this is really getting out of hand. We should ask them to stop. Will you stop? No. Well, we're just gonna declare war. When France heard about this, they freaked out and formed the Committee of Public Safety with this kind-looking guy at its head. And he went crazy. Over 56,000 people were killed, and 300,000 more were arrested. from September 1793 to July 1794, with Queen Marie Antoinette beheaded in mid-October. On October 10th, the National Convention abolished the First French Republic and replaced it with the Committee of Public Safety, effectively giving Robespierre the power of a king. Hold on, didn't we just behead the king? Yeah, we did. Then why do we have a dictator now? Good point. Some of the French population realized that the revolution had just replaced King Louis with a worse tyrant and revolted, but they were squashed by the National Guard. However, even the Committee of Public Safety eventually regarded Robespierre as a dictator. Hey Max, we must be going. Chip chop, my friend. No, really. Chip chop. Hey! Wait a minute. We can kill the Committee of Public Safety now? Get up! With this destruction of a dictator and his entire party, a new system of government arose. The Council of 500 drafted legislation, which was reviewed by the Council of Ancients, a group of 250 people all over 40 years old. This Council of Ancients was also responsible for electing 5 directors to lead France. At this point, there had been over 24 insurrections, riots, and rebellions in France, and most of the people were sick of it. So when Emmanuel Joseph Sieyès arose in 1799 to end the revolution, he was well received. When asked what he did during the Reign of Terror, he merely said, "I survived." To end the mass violence in France, he elected 3 reasonable people to lead the country: Pierre Roger Ducos, himself, and this guy. Dang, that was intense. In the 10 years the revolution went on, over 90,000 French citizens died, with over 56,000 people dying in the Reign of Terror alone. At least France didn't elect a king again.